please, to pledge the Legion. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Have a seat. Go ahead, Janet.
Pursuant to Title 25, Pennsylvania Statute, Section 2641C, whenever a member of the Board of Commissioners is a candidate for nomination or election to any public office, the President Judge of the Court of Common Pleas shall appoint a judge or an elector of the county to serve in his stead. In the present case, Commissioner Schock is currently a candidate for re-election as commissioner, and therefore Judge Wiest is now sitting as a member of the election board in his place. Commissioner Bridey, as an independent candidate, is not required to file any petitions for candidacy until August 3rd, 2015. Although Commissioner Bridey is not a candidate at this time, he has indicated in the press that he will likely run for office. Therefore, he will be abstaining from voting as a member of the board. In the event that he becomes a candidate, he will resign his position and be replaced on the board. Your meeting agenda. Is there any public input on agenda items?
Nope.
Number 4, a motion is needed to approve and dispense with the reading of the minutes of the January 6, 2015 election board meeting.
So move.
Second.
On the question? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried.
A motion is needed authorizing the election board to ratify the signing of the following reports on behalf of the election office. Certification of political parties in Northumberland County and the Department of State Certification of County Maintenance of Effort for reporting period July 1st, 2014 to December 31st, 2014.
So move.
Second.
And the question? Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried.
Just some important dates to remember. August the 20th is the last day to register to vote before the municipal primary. May the 12th is the last day for civilians to apply for an absentee ballot. May 15th is the last day for primary civilian absentee ballots to be received by the Board of Elections. And May 19th is the primary election.
Okay. Anything under old business? Anything under new business? Public input on this agenda item? Hear none? We adjourn the election board. We go back to the salary board.
I have 1:15 hearing.
Hey, I'm sorry, Judge. I forgot. I want to thank you, Judge Wiest, to be here today.
Oh,
I
you're welcome.
apologize.
You're welcome.
I'm too excited. When I see a judge, I'm afraid I'm going to go to jail. I see the sheriff and everybody. I'm nervous. I want to see who's going to laugh when I leave. All right, Janet.
Chairman Clausy wishes to announce that today's salary board meeting was duly advertised in a local newspaper. Roll call of permanent members. Controller Grayson.
Here.
Commissioner Schock.
Here.
Commissioner Bridey.
Here.
Chairman Clausy.
Yeah.
Is there any public input on the agenda items only?
Public input? Nope.
Number 5, a motion is needed to approve and dispense with the reading of the minutes of the salary board meetings of December 23rd, 2014, and the reorganizational meeting held on January 5th, 2015, and the call to order and tabled meeting of February 3rd, 2015.
So move. Second.
Any question? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried.
A motion is needed to eliminate the following full-time positions. Special conflicts, which will be effective April 20th, 2015, and conflicts counsel, that's effective immediately.
So moved. Second.
And a question?
Just to clarify, it was actually special counsel on
Yes.
the first one, not special
Okay.
counsel. So special counsel and then
okay.
conflicts counsel.
Sorry.
A roll call?
Controller Grayson,
Yes.
Commissioner Schock,
Yes.
Commissioner Bridey,
Yes.
Chairman Clausy.
Yes.
Number 7, a motion is needed to create the following part-time positions, and these will be effective immediately. Special Counsel, Conflicts Counsel, and Autonomous Counsel.
So moved. Second.
On the question? Roll call.
Controller Grayson,
Yes.
Commissioner Schock,
Yes.
Commissioner Bridey,
Yes.
Chairman Clausy.
Yes. Oh my God, we're unanimous. What happened?
We'll recess the
Recess,
meeting.
yeah, recess the SAR report.
Okay.
Gonna do that?
Let's give it to Steve.
Okay, citizen input,
No, the presentations first.
Okay.
Is anybody here for the presentation?
oh, we have a gentleman.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, we got it.
You can read it. You can read it. You can read it.
I'll read it up here.
Okay. Okay.
Proclamation, Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month, April 2015. Whereas every child deserves to grow up in a safe, loving, permanent home where his or her physical, emotions, and educational needs are fully met, thereby giving the child an opportunity to realize his or her full potential. Whereas preventing child abuse and neglect is a community epidemic that depends upon the education and involvement of citizens from every sector of the community. Whereas in Pennsylvania alone, nearly 18,000 children are in the system on any given day, and another 1,100 age out into unknown circumstances every year. Whereas in 2013, there were 38 child abuse-related facilities and 52 near fatalities in Pennsylvania. 38 child abuse-related fatalities. When even one child's death is too many. Whereas a child's journey in the child protection system can be traumatic and overwhelming, as that child has been removed from his or her home and placed with strangers, often in a different county, away from his or her school, friends, and the only life they've ever known. Whereas the impact of abuse and neglect has long-term personal, economic, and social costs, therefore hurting Pennsylvania's future. Whereas every child in care deserves a court-appointed special advocate, CASA, volunteer who are assigned by the court to speak up for a child's best interest and to be a voice for that child in the courts, thereby lessening the term in care as well as reentry. Whereas Susquehanna Valley CASA, Northumberland County Children and Youth, and Child Protective Services, Child Advocacy Centers, foster parents, teachers, and volunteers and other citizens work to ensure that children in our community have the opportunity to grow up in a safe, loving, permanent homes. Now, therefore, the Board of Commissioners hereby proclaim April as Child Abuse Prevention and Awareness Month in Northumberland County and commend all organizations, including Susquehanna Valley CASA, specifically CASA volunteers, for their commitment and dedication to preventing abuse and mitigating the devastating effects of abuse and neglect by serving children who have been victimized. Also, I'd like to just make a brief announcement that this month of April is also Autism Awareness Month. So that's a federal proclaimed month for us to be aware of those with autism and other mental disabilities.
Okay, we have any public citizen input on the agenda item? Here none. Oh, item number 3, Diana.
A motion is needed to approve and dispense with the reading of the minutes of the Commissioners' public meeting held on March 4th, 2015.
So moved.
Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye. Aye, motion carried.
A motion is needed to pay all county and liquid fuels payrolls as submitted by the Finance Office, payroll number 6, in the amount of $646,161.09, and payroll number 7 in the amount of $653,714.26.
Second.
Question, all those in favor say aye. Aye, motion carried.
A motion is needed to pay all county and liquid fuels bills as submitted by the county controller in the amount of $4,407,045.37 from February 28 to April 3rd, 2015.
So moved. Second.
On the question, all in favor say aye. Aye, motion carried.
Recognize the controller for the following bid openings for the paving at the Herndon Senior Action Center that were opened at 10:30 on Thursday, April the 2nd in the public meeting room.
So moved. Second.
No,
it's not.
we're just recognizing the controller.
We received 3 bids for the paving project at the Senior Action Center in Herndon. One from Eastern Industries of Winfield for $39,377.45. Another from GNR Charles Excavating of Port Trevorton for $23,210. And a third from Meckley's of Herndon for $30,000 even.
Okay.
A motion is needed to award the bid for the paving of the Herndon Senior Action Center to GNR Charles Excavating at their low bid amount of $23,210 at the recommendation of Area Agency on Aging Administrator Patricia Rumberger.
So moved. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye. Aye, motion carried.
A motion is needed authorizing the Commissioners to sign the State Tax Equalization Board voucher form for transfers of real estate for the months of February and March 2015 as submitted by the Assessment Office.
So moved. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye. Aye, motion carried.
A motion is needed to authorize the chairman to sign a letter requesting an extension to the federal fiscal year 2012 Department of Community and Economic Development 3-year project activity completion requirement for contract number C00005289 to April 30th, 2017 as submitted by the Planning Department.
So moved. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye. Aye, motion carried.
A motion is needed authorizing the Tax Claims Bureau to conduct a private sale of real estate for a property located at 1101 West State Street, Cole Township. All taxes were forgiven by the school district, the township, and the county.
So moved. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye. Aye, motion carried.
A motion is needed acknowledging receipt of the following reports listed as items 11A through C on your public meeting agenda.
So moved. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye. Aye, motion carried.
A motion is needed authorizing the chairman to sign the following reports as listed as items 12A and B on your public meeting agenda.
So moved. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye. Aye, motion carried.
A motion is needed to approve the list of individuals no longer employed and new hires for Northumberland County as submitted by the Human Resources Department.
Second.
Question, all those in favor say aye. Aye, motion carried.
Number 14, a motion is needed authorizing travel requests and attendance at the following workshop seminars as in accordance with the county's personal manual travel reimbursement policies listed as items 14A through H on your public meeting agenda.
So moved. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye. Aye, motion carried.
A motion is needed to award the bid for engineering services for the Community Development Block Grant CDBG demolition projects to KPI Technology, Ellisburg, at their low bid quote of $67 per hour, as recommended by CEDACOG and submitted by the Planning Grants Manager.
So moved. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye. Aye, motion carried.
A motion is needed to eliminate the Department of Adult Services upon the recommendation of the department head, as the services can be carried out by the Department of BHIDS. This elimination shall be effective June 30th, 2015.
So moved.
Second.
And the question, all those in favor say aye. Aye, motion carry.
A motion is needed to table item number 17 on your meeting agenda.
I'll make the motion.
Second, and the question, all those in favor say aye. Aye, motion carry.
A motion is needed to eliminate the Department of Weatherization effective June 30th, 2015, with a recommendation to the State Department of Community and Economic Development that the services of this department be made a part of the regional program currently operated by CEDACOG, which includes services for the surrounding counties of Snyder, Union, Columbia, and Montour. This would ensure more of Northumberland County funding going directly into services for our low and moderate income and senior populations rather than administrative expenses.
So moved.
Second, and the question, I'm going to make a note to say this is regionalized. We regionalized the weatherization department because it's the right thing to do. They have a 7-county, they have a 3-office, a manager office. We have a 1-county, and we have a 3-office, 3-manager office. I think the money's going to go to the people and the citizens in Northumberland County. It's the right thing to do. Okay, anybody else? Everybody's in favor, say aye.
Wait, I still have a comment. The fact is that the state determines what goes into administrative costs, what portion of the amount that the county gets goes into administrative costs and others. I think there's other factors driving this. Frankly, I almost kind of have to laugh. Whenever there's another agenda at play here, either something's brought up under new business with no advance warning, or there's as usual, a motion that runs for almost a quarter of a page to try and explain and give other reasons why we're supposedly doing things. But again, I'm against it. I think that keeping the program with the county actually keeps also a lot of dollars that get spent in the community with providers of materials in this county, so that we're helping our tax base and helping our local businesses by doing that. We will not have control over that if this goes out.
Our weatherization department, they're 4-level. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4 level. They went from level 1 to level 3. In the next level, they cut the fund. So it's a wreck, and it's the right thing to do to get rid of it.
Well, there was a third-party contractor who was called out by the state for some things that were going on that weren't appropriate, not the people in that department. And frankly, again, I think that is often the case. The baby's getting thrown out with the bathwater. However, again, anybody who reads the paper, I'm sure, can understand that there are other motivations at play here.
You know the Attorney General find me no wrongdoing, Mr. Shaka. You put Dwayne Shikatani make a public statement to people in ballroom. Okay, you direct him to do that.
I don't directed who to do what?
Mr. Shikatano.
I don't direct anybody.
Well, let's move on.
Just one important clarification. I think you had mentioned that the Attorney General has found that you didn't do anything wrong, or that I saw it was cleared. I think actually what the report says is that nothing would be able to be proven. It's a slight distinction, but a distinction nonetheless.
That's why I'm saying that God forbid the two attorney will win the election in Northumberland County. The county's going to go broke in 2018. I make a prediction.
Just for the record, I would like to make a brief comment. A number of years back, we lost the weatherization program through PP&L, and CEDACOG actually handles that in our county. Right?
120,000 a year we lost because they didn't do the paperwork.
And CEDACOG is a pretty efficient organization. They do things as well as any public-private partnership that I've been involved with, and I think that it's just a good fit for them. If more money can go to our people and our residents for aid, especially with LIHEAP and the weatherization program itself, more power to them.
For the record, I've been shrinking government since 2008, so this is another shrinking government before I leave office. Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Oh, roll call.
Opposed.
Yeah, roll call.
Commissioner Schock?
No.
Commissioner Bridey?
Yes.
Chairman Clausen?
Yes. God bless you guys.
number 19. A motion is needed authorizing the commissioners to sign the following reports listed as items 19A through C on your public meeting agenda.
Second.
And a question? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried.
A motion is needed to allocate Act 137 Affordable Housing Trust Funds in an amount not to exceed $37,195 to the Northumberland County Housing Authority as requested by the Planning Department.
So moved. Second.
And a question? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried.
A motion is needed authorizing the chairman and treasurer to sign the Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency 2015-2016 Hazardous Material Response Fund, HMRF submission as submitted by Public Safety.
So moved. Second.
And a question? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried.
A motion is needed to adopt the following honorary resolution, proclamation, and letters. Resolution honoring Michael Edward Shavitsky Paxinas for his many years of leadership and dedication in scouting. Proclamation declaring April as Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month. Girl Scout Gold Award. Miss Rebecca L. Yoakum, Northumberland Girl Scout Troop 60405. And wedding anniversaries, Mr. and Mrs. John Bennick, Trevorton, 50th wedding anniversary, and Mr. and Mrs. Danny Cheslock, Cole Township, 50th wedding anniversary.
So moved. Second.
Question? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried. Solicitor report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Motion to adopt Resolution R30-15 as presented by the Solicitor, Professional Services Agreement between the Northumberland County Commissioners on behalf of the Weatherization Department and LTS Plumbing and Heating to provide HVAC services to weatherization clients expiring on June 30th, 2015.
So moved. Second.
The question? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried.
Motion to adopt Resolution R31-15 as presented by the Solicitor, Professional Services Agreement between the Northumberland County Commissioners on behalf of the Weatherization Department and Pappy Baluta and Sons Plumbing and Heating to provide HVAC services to weatherization clients expiring June 30th, 2015.
Second.
The question? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried.
Motion to adopt Resolution R32-15 is presented by the Solicitor. Amendment number 1 to the original contract between the County of Northumberland and Palmetto Posting Incorporated to serve as the persons to perform personal service as required by the Tax Sale Law 72 Pennsylvania Statute 5860.601A3 and submitted by the Tax Claims Bureau.
Second.
And the question? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried.
Motion to adopt Resolution R33-15 is presented by the Solicitor. Coal land lease agreements between the Northumberland County Commissioners on behalf of the county engineer and the following existing mining operators: Blue Ridge Mining, LLC, Clinton M. Wynn Mining, Fox Coal Company, Joseph E. Shingara Mining, and Ken Snyder Incorporated.
So moved. Second.
Question? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried.
Motion to adopt Resolution R34-15 as presented by the Solicitor. Lease renewal between the Northumberland County Board of Commissioners on behalf of the engineer and New Enterprise Stone and Lime Company extending the term of the mineral agreement through April 30th, 2016.
So moved. Second.
Question? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried.
Motion to adopt Resolution R35-15 as presented by the Solicitor. Service contract between the Northumberland County Board of Commissioners and Sunbury Supply for completing routine services spring and fall for the existing air conditioning and heating equipment at the Administration Center, Career Center, and Courthouse.
Second.
The question? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried.
Motion to adopt Resolution R36-15 as presented by the Solicitor, Amendment number 2 to the Professional and Administrative Agreement with the CEDA Council of Governments relative to PA-DCED fiscal year 2013 Community Development Block Grant Contract C 000057655.
So moved. Second.
The question? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried.
Motion to adopt Resolution R37-15 as presented by the Solicitor. Resolution of the Northumberland County Board of Commissioners requesting that those entities involved in the proposed natural gas pipeline explore the available local job markets and agree to employ local personnel to the greatest extent possible in the building of said pipelines.
So moved. Second.
And a question? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried.
Motion to adopt Resolution R38-15 as presented by the Solicitor. Professional services agreement between the Northumberland County Commissioners on behalf of the Tax Claims Bureau and Vincent V. Revito Jr., Esquire, to represent the Tax Claims Bureau in legal matters.
So moved. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried.
Motion to adopt Resolution R39-15 as presented by the Solicitor. Commissioners' budget amendment as listed.
So moved. Second.
And a question, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried.
Motion to adopt Resolution R40-15 as presented by the Solicitor. Agreements, amendments, revisions, grants, leases, and reports between the Northumberland County Commissioners on behalf of the Human, Senior, and Social Services and the following service providers as listed, numbers 1 through 11. The above agreements, amendments, revisions, grants, leases, and reports are not with county employees, nor does their organizational contract list county employees as principals in their corporation or on their board of directors.
So moved. Second.
Question, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried. Anything under old business? Anything under new business? I have some to all of the public and the press. We meet with Marine Industry today. I received a letter for them in February 30, 2015. They wanted $3 million for the site of Celotex. They come down on $2 million to help the county. And we met today, and it looks good. I think we're going to go that direction, but we have some paperwork to do and some research to do yet.
And if I could just share with everyone, the ARC is part of a network for Training and Developing, Inc., and especially for the first responders out there and police. I think this is something that we should look into, at least sending someone from our 911 center and possibly someone from the Sheriff's Department. It's being held at Susquehanna University at Seibert Hall. It's roughly $35 a person, but what it does is it helps train these first responders and law enforcement officials on how to deal with someone with mental disabilities, autism, Asperger's, that type of thing, so that situations aren't escalated. They actually can be de-escalated, especially with firemen entering a home when they're calling out to someone that's nonverbal, they may be hiding, those type of things. I just think that with the rate of autism and Asperger's escalating exponentially every few years, it would behoove us to make sure that our people are trained to deal with those disabilities.
Do you want to make the motion, Sen?
Do you need to, or do they just give it to the department head? They can.
Whatever.
If they're going to send. I mean, I think that's a good. I know being involved with municipalities as a solicitor, that issue has come up from time to time with the police departments, and they don't always know when they go into a house. One, it can raise awareness so they know which homes they go into, where there may be someone who has mental disability of some kind or is nonverbal, may react a certain way. It can avoid misunderstandings, things like that, and someone may be getting hurt. So, yeah.
I make a motion to fund the commission to go to train.
911, SN.
Yeah, whatever. Whoever's got to go to train, I make a motion. We're going to pay for the school. Can I have a second?
It's April 16th, 9:15 to 4:30.
How many persons are you going to be authorizing to go? This would be my question. Do you want to authorize one person from each department, or if we could limit it somehow, so we know?
I think the three departments.
They could send a representative who can report back then from the training.
I mean, my guess is, because actually the folks at 911 aren't going to be the ones actually responding there to firsthand. I mean, it'd be good to have somebody there who gets that information, but to be honest, it'd probably be better to disseminate it out to all the local police and first, the volunteer fire departments and things to see if they have interest in it. They may not be aware of it. Not that we fund that, but that they might have an interest in.
Okay, it's motion on the floor to fund the school or the program or whatever they have to go.
To send someone from the sheriff's office?
Second.
Up
Yeah.
to so many people, or?
I don't know. What is
They
whatever
just
they
wanted
want
us
to
to
do.
make a statement. I guess that's what the request was that we just sort of make a statement so people were aware of it. But certainly anything you can do, Steve, or at 911 as well, to get some of the local volunteer fire companies and the police departments aware of it, it'd probably behoove them to send somebody.
Okay, we gotta establish how many people's gonna go for the department. How many people you want for the 911 to go there? We can't send everybody. No, I'm serious. We gotta say. Okay, the sheriff, 1. Okay, we have a 4 for 911 and 1 for the sheriff. Who else? Who else supposed to go there?
I'll do with that. I mean, you know a little better, Steve, than your...
Steve, you know better.
Vinny.
4 from 911 and then your area.
Huh?
Up to 10.
Okay, we're gonna make a motion to sponsor up to 10 people, and then you guys split it up the way you want. Okay, it's a motion, the commission will fund the school or the program, whatever they have to go, up to 10 people.
$50.
Okay, so 10 people be what, 35 bucks?
Yeah,
So $350.
Yeah.
We're gonna spend $350. I need a second. Second, on the question. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried. Anything under new business? Hear none. Public input. Any public input? Go ahead, sir.
My name's Kyle Rhodes. I'm here on behalf of Casey Coal. Over the last 2 years, Casey Coal has been working with Burnright Coal Company of Natalie, Pennsylvania, to transfer a surface mining permit that they have up there. My engineer prepared a lease, some maps and a lease and some paperwork from DCNR. The surface land is actually owned by DCNR. Northumberland County owns the mineral rights to the coal that's there. My engineer prepared some maps over the last probably month or so, and I dropped them off last Monday, and I was anticipating them being on the agenda this week to try to get the lease pushed through, because it's kind of important. If I don't get a lease, DEP is basically going to put the permit into forfeiture, and nobody will be able to mine there for probably the next 10 to 15 years.
I understand that Savitsky was your partner, and today you told me he's not long there because we have some issue with DCNR.
Yeah,
Savitsky.
I was never partners with Mr. Savitsky. He had approached me when he could not secure a surface lease with DCNR at all anymore. He had approached me about getting the permit transferred into my name. And basically DEP is going to forfeit the permit and take all of his bond money if he didn't, basically he's just transferring the permit to me for nothing because he just needs to get it out of his name. So,
Is there a date on that after which it'll forfeit?
I'm pretty sure they're probably going to start the forfeiture next week because this has been going on for about 2 years. We've been trying to get this done.
And you said we have a letter for DCNR
Yes.
to...
That they will lease me the surface. There's like 262 acres that's mineable in Northumberland County. It's not on high-quality watershed.
You have a copy of the letter?
I brought it all in last Monday. It should be here
You
somewhere.
have it?
I have the map. Did you give it to Chuck?
Yes.
Chuck Copta? Yeah, I gave you a copy of the map.
With a map.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Well, then, provided that the engineer and the solicitor review the lease, can we make a motion that we'll be able to ratify it at the next meeting? Because it's a time-sensitive matter?
I mean, would it be under the same standard terms that we have?
Yeah.
In terms of like what the royalties are, all of
Yeah,
that sort of
yeah.
thing? And then maybe we can do some due diligence and make sure that to the extent there was any issues with the prior
Right.
owner who you're trying to, and
Yeah.
diligence as to
The
fact that
surface
you're
lease consisted
separate.
of like 262 acres from DCNR, and then the mineral lease was 100 acres inside that 262-acre boundary.
But I gotta talk to the engineer's office, I gotta talk to the AOA park, we gotta talk to a lot of people and make sure you guys don't disturb that area.
Right. It's not anywhere near, I believe, the AOA. It's actually on top of the Natalie Mountain.
Well, let Dwayne...
Yeah, either that or what we could do is, rather than even a ratification, is approve it. You could have an approval that would be subject to the approval of the engineer and the solicitors to the form of the agreement. The engineer in terms of the ownership of the permit and what you've submitted to him, I guess. And then, if we wanted to then ratify it later afterwards, we could approve a contingent upon that. That way you can take that back and...
Yeah, as long as I can get something to go show DEP that we're making some steps forward, that would be great.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, it'd be different if we were negotiating specific terms, but it's going to be our same standard terms that we offer to everybody. It's just a question of, do we approve it for you?
Okay, so I'll make a
I'd be
motion
comfortable.
to approve the lease for the mineral rights to Casey Coal Inc., subject to the review and approval of the engineer and solicitor.
Okay, well, I'll second that.
A question? All those in favor say aye.
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 And then we'll notify, I guess you guys take a look at it, we'll notify if there's any issues that we foresee that would preclude us from
Okay.
getting that approval, we'll let you know.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything under public input? Here none, motion to adjourn. Second.